What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest EvolutionX ROM, and this is the 17th September 2020 build of the EvolutionX ROM. And here let me go into the settings, and first things first, on this 17th September build that you are going to notice is the default font. Well, that has been changed recently, and that is because Google has kind of like blocked open source ROMs to use the Google Sans font or something like that. So that is the reason why they changed the font to the Monroe font, which I'm gonna show you from here. Let me actually go to the themes, and here from the headline body fonts there is this Monroe option that you can see on the bottom. And also if you set it to device default, if you will notice that it is still the similar kind of font, but it is a little bit smaller. But the default font right now is the Monroe font. That's what I'm trying to say here. And throughout the whole UI you are going to notice it. But if you are someone who used the LG Smart Gothic or the Slate for OnePlus font or something like that, you are going to be fine. Or even if you use Sony Sketch or fonts like those, they are gonna work pretty fine for you, as it used to do already. Now let me quickly show you the Android version section, and here we have the EvolutionX logo up top still. The Android version is still 10. We are really waiting for the Android 11 builds. And here we have the EvolutionX version as 4.7 Quantum official build. The security patch is latest of September 5th, 2020. And if you scroll down, you will notice the stock kernel is still Perf G kernel. The maintainer is still Joe Huap, so that's great. The build date is 17th September 2020. You can see it from here. And if you want to flash this ROM, you are coming from MIUI, I'm guessing. So if you want to clean flash this ROM from MIUI, you can watch this particular video from the card right there. Now let me go into the system. Here we do have the system updated still, and you can check for updates from here whenever you want. So that is great. And here inside the gestures, we do have this system navigation gestures, and the Android 10 gestures are working super fine. We have the length adjustment of this gesture bar, pill bar size over here, but I think you cannot really adjust the thickness of it over here at least. And we have the 2 and 3 button navigation still, and we do have this swipe to take screenshot, and you can set it to this take full screenshot and extended screenshot, so that if you take a screenshot, let me show you. As you can see, it shows the long edit, share and delete option over here. This is the Asus kind of 3-finger screenshot gesture, by the way. We have the front camera sound effects and stuff. Then you can disable the front camera popping out or the like motor opening sound if you want to. And we have the camera LED turning off option. And the default keyboard over here is Google Keyboard or Gboard. Now one more thing that has been added, but I could not find it from the settings for like some reason. I don't know where is it. It might be there for you. And here let me actually show you. There is this, if I search for quick, okay, so here as you can see there is the quick unlock, and if I tap over here, as you can see it goes to the screen lock section. I could not find it actually in the settings, so that is why I searched for it. This has been added recently, and here we have the quick unlock where you need to just like enter pin. You do not have to tap right. So after you enter pin, it will unlock automatically. So that is one thing. This is not the always unlock with the fingerprint scanner or something. This is just a quick unlock with pin or password. You don't have to tap the right button after you enter your pin or password. And here we have the screen of fingerprint too. So that should work fine. I have turned it on. I'll show you that later on. And also here we have the direct unlock. This says skip the swipe to unlock. So once you tap the power button, it will go directly to the pin entering session. It won't show you the lock screen and stuff like that, I guess. And here we have scramble layout if you want that for some reason. And then we have the lock screen timeout over here. As you can see, you can look at the lock screen or stare at the lock screen for 30 minutes if you want to. And you guys should know that EvolutionX has been one of my favorite ROMs because of stability, and this is no different. I mean, this update is no different. And here the stability has improved a lot. But with the fingerprint scanner, I have some things to talk about. Like if you are using the default color, which is, let me show you from the settings and the evolver section, lock screen. And here if you have this fingerprint pressed effect or like the fingerprint color, the light which emits from the fingerprint scanner, this color, if you set it to MIUI white, this is the default one, by the way. You do not need to change it to MIUI white or something. This is the default one, so that's a good thing. With this MIUI white, the fingerprint scanner is really great. It works 100% of the time and very reliable. Let me actually show you. So here from the always on display, unlocked. Let's try with the left hand thumb, unlocked. Now let's try from the lock screen itself, here, unlocked. Now let's try from the lock screen with the left hand thumb, unlocked. Now I'll try with night light turned on from the always on display now, unlocked. Now I'll try with the left hand thumb, always on display, unlocked. Now let's try from the lock screen, always on display turned on, right hand thumb and unlocked. Now let's try with the left hand thumb, night light turned on and from the lock screen, and as you can see it's still unlocked. So very reliable fingerprint scanner when you set the light to this white, or it is set to white by default I mean. So yeah, but otherwise I have tried this Vivo Cyan and this Vivo Green and stuff. These things, if you set these, I would say the fingerprint scanner becomes very buggy. Sometimes it just rejects to register the fingerprint. So that is what I have noticed. I did reboot the device after setting each, like one of them which I tried, this Vivo Cyan and this Cyan Shadow. All of these did not work for me very well. So I'm just saying, if you are fine with this MIUI white, that would be good enough. And the fingerprint scanner is very reliable with this MIUI white kind of thing. Now let me actually show you one thing, the screen of FOD. Here I just turned off the always on display. Right now I'm going to try the screen of FOD. As you can see, no always on display right now. So I'm going to tap here and as you can see it unlocks. I'm not double tapping here if you are like confused about that. As you can see, I'm just placing my finger over here and as you can see it wakes up the screen and unlocks as well. So yeah, the screen of FOD is actually working as you can see, but it does not show any icon or something over there while the screen is off. So that's fine, but while your phone is in pocket, does it wake up? So no, as you can see it says, as I have pocket mode turned on, let me do it. As you can see it says press and hold power button to unlock. So as I have pocket mode turned on, this won't like trigger in your pocket or something. Now let me talk about the stock launcher. We still have the Pixel launcher as the default launcher. To the left of the home screen we do have this Google's Discover page. Swiping down gets you to the notification panel just like this, and here swiping up gets you to the app drawer, so that is no different, and widgets and stuff in the home screen are working fine. We do have MIUI camera as the stock or default camera over here, and we have this ultra pixel mode and stuff, and then we also have the portrait mode which is working fine, you should not worry. And here in terms of the videos, let me actually show you with the rear camera. You can shoot up to 4K 60 fps videos with the rear camera, and if you switch the front camera you can shoot up to 1080p 30 fps videos. The MIUI camera seems to be working totally fine, and even switching between lenses is super fast, no issues with switching. But yeah, this is not the newest MIUI camera. This is the MIUI 11 kind of MIUI camera with a little bit modded, I guess. And here I have also installed the Google Camera 7. This is working totally fine, and this is the EvolutionX version, by the way. You can try night sight and stuff with this Google Camera 7. If you want to install this Google Camera 7, link on the card right there. Now talking about the quick settings panel, here is how it looks like, and again you can add multiple toggles from here of course, and this is how it looks like because I changed some things which I'll show later on. And here as you can see, this is how it looks like. I have added the screen recorder and the FPS counter. We have two screen recorders over here. One is the AOSP kind of screen recorder, and this one is the oxygen based kind of screen recorder. If I go into the settings, you can see we can change the resolution up to 4K, then the bitrate up to 24 Mbps. Then we have the number of frames changing option up to 60 fps. Then audio source, you can change it to internal or microphone audio. And we also have this FPS counter. As you can see, this also works super fine, and it does appear, as you can see on the top left, the FPS does appear on the top left. While playing games, you can see FPS in time, so that's really good. And there is Wi-Fi calling feature, so that should be working fine. Let me show you the stock dialer, and the icon over there has changed. As you can see, it shows VO Wi-Fi right now, and this is how the stock dialer looks like. And yeah, it is a Wi-Fi call, as you can see, but the stock dialer, which is the Pixel or Google dialer, this does not have the call recording option for me. It might be there for you, but I don't know. For me, the call recording option did not appear, but there is the video calling option and other stuff, but no call recording, at least by default here. In the battery settings, this is how it looks like, and I would say the battery life has been great for me. I was getting about 7+ hours of screen on time. Like, I do not have problem with that. As you can see right now, I have got 2 hours and 15 minutes screen on time, and the juice is about 80% left. So you can say for 10% it's 1 hour or more than that. So yeah, you can get pretty much 7 to 8 hours of screen on time with normal usage pretty much, and with even heavy usage you can get 7 hours of screen on time, like very surely. no problems with the battery life here, and 18-watt fast charging is working fine, and it can last you a whole day if you charge it for about 30 minutes every day. So yeah, I don't have an issue with that. Battery temperature does appear on the bottom, charging cycle it shows over here, then current battery capacity and design battery capacity shows up over here. You can see the full usage by just tapping over there, and we have the thermal profiles, battery saver, adaptive or auto battery kind of thing, and then we have the smart charging mode. Inside display settings, we do have this lock screen display and stuff, and from here we have the show lockdown and stuff like that, and we have the always on display over here, and then lock screen notification and stuff, you can customize that, and brightness level, dark theme, night light, etc. is there, adaptive or auto brightness is there. Then we have the live display and color calibration. You can change the RGB of the screen from here, as you can see, and you can actually adjust the hue, saturation, intensity and contrast of the screen too if you want to. Then we have the styles and wallpaper section here. Let me actually go to the wallpaper, and if I go here, we have these live wallpapers. You can download these parts, and these are the default ones, and we also have this living universe. These are the 3 like downloaded wallpapers, and you can download more live wallpapers if you want to from here. So yeah, a lot of wallpapers which you get. And inside styles, we can customize a theme from here. As you can see, you can change these fonts and stuff like that. And lock screen clocks, these are the preset clocks for the lock screen, and you can like set any of these. Screen timeout is there. I have set it to 30 minutes, and lock screen timeout is also here. Then we have the rotation settings, and 180-degree rotation and stuff is there. Then the colors, font size, display size, DPI, etc. options are there. Double tap to wake actually does work, no issues with that. Anti-flicker mode is there. This is the DC dimming if you want that. Then inside sound, if you scroll down, if you go into here, we do have the Mi Audio Direct, and here I have set it to youth edition, and with this the sound output via the headphone jack and Bluetooth as well was really great. I had no issues with the sound quality on this ROM. The audio quality via headphone jack was really good. I have tested it with the Mi Dual River headphones and the Redmi earphones, both has been really good. No issues with the sound quality, and you can also enable this hi-fi audio DAC if you want to. Then you can disable charging, vibration, touch sound, screenshot sound, everything else. And we have this voice and Bluetooth on the audio panel. By the way, the default audio panel looks like this. You can expand it just like this. You can also change this audio panel, which I'll show you later on. Here we have the volume steps and stuff. And inside security, we have the fingerprint option. Then we have the face unlock. Let me actually set up the face unlock now. So I have set up the face unlock right now. Let's just double tap. So I have to swipe up over here. Then it will unlock the device. I think there is no option to unlock the device with like just by double tapping with the face unlock. You have to swipe up here, I think. Or if you set that like directly go to the pin section, it might work. But yeah, that's how it is. The face unlock works fine, no issues. In the Evolver settings, this is how of course it looks like, and we have the about section. You can donate to the developers from here. In the theme section, again we have the accent color customization, and here you get bunch of accent color presets. You can set it to anything else if you want to. Accent color picker is there, so you can pick from any color from such things. And we have the headline and body fonts, of course, which I showed already. In the icon shapes, we have some like a lot of icon shapes, and status bar icons, you can change that. Then we have the volume panel, and here you can change it to AOSP compact or and tiled option. And here we have the quick setting tiles. As you can see, you can set it to anything else, and the quick setting tiles disco I have enabled. That is why it looks a little bit weird, I guess, here and there, as you can see. And also there is also one more thing, that is if I disable this use default colors and use this RGB colors right now, as you can see, like the Resurrection Remix ROM and stuff, we have this thing over here which changes the quick setting color over here like to RGB, and it looks very beautiful. And here we have the blur behind the quick setting panel and stuff. Let me go back from themes, and inside status bar we have the clock option, and you can customize the clock of status bar from here. You can change the font size if you want to. As you can see on the top left over there, the clock is right now very big. Let me go back. We have the battery bar, network traffic, status bar items, and here we have the headset, Bluetooth, etc. icons. You can enable or disable. Then we have the privacy indicator, status bar logo, battery style. You can change it to big circle if you are someone who uses this big circle kind of icon over here. And we have the battery percentage. You can change it to next to the icon or inside the icon. Battery percentage when charging is there. Then we have this use old mobile data type, and 4G LTE and stuff like that is there, and Vio Wi-Fi icon is there. Let me go back. We have the notifications here. We have heads up disabling option, pulse on always on display is there, Then we have the custom color for the edge lighting or pulse. Then we have the notification light or something like that, battery charging light. You can enable it in do not disturb mode too. Then we have the kill app button, then notification vibration. Blink for call waiting is there. Let me go back to the quick settings panel. Here we have the quick setting like disabling option, then quick pull down, smart pull down, both are there. Brightness slider is there, and column and row number customization is there. Quick setting footer text and stuff, you can customize that from here. And by the way, from the theme section, I have changed this to this header over here, which shows EvolutionX. This is not by default. By default, it should show a black kind of header over here on the quick settings. And I have customized that from this header image section. From here, I just went to this pick like EvolutionX light or something. I have picked the dark one, as you can see the middle one, and I have changed the image height, this offset height over here. So yeah, that's why I have this EvolutionX logo up there, but it is not there by default, so it is not annoying or something. You can set it to anything else if you want to, or you just leave it to default black. Inside power menu, we have the advanced reboot and stuff. Then advanced restart is there, of course, in the lock screen too, and you can directly reboot to recovery or fast boot from here, of course. In the gestures, we have the AOSP gestures over here. And let me go back. We have the brightness control, so you can adjust the brightness just by sliding a finger on the status bar. Very interesting feature. I use it on a daily basis. So yeah, and quick torch option is there. So whenever your phone is in the locked state, you can just tap and hold the power button and toggle the torch with that. Let me go back. We have the double tap to sleep and lock screen double tap to sleep on the status bar, I mean, and the lock screen as well. And inside lock screen, we have the pocket detection and fingerprint authentication vibration. Here we have the fingerprint icons, and we still have plethora of fingerprint icons. No issues with that. Fingerprint animation is there. You can set it to these many animations, and you can set it to Aurora K30 Pro or something. That is when it should do animations like these. Let me actually show you. So yeah, you can set it to any animation from here. And also I have talked about this light over there, and charging info and stuff does appear on the lock screen, and the 80 watt fast charging again does work fine. And status bar and stuff you can disable in the lock screen if you want to. Then clock and date widget you can customize. I did customize it a little bit with this like dark with accent borders date widget and stuff. Charging animation is there. You can set it to flash or something if you want to. Then translucent notification, media cover art, etc. is there. Let me go back. We have the navigation section. Here we have the system navigation, and invert layout is there if you are using 2 or 3 button navigations. This is for you. And here we have the volume keys, answer and stuff. Let me go back. We have the animations. Here we have the screen of animation still to set to default or CRT or scale. Then we have the styles of the quick setting toggle animation, duration of the quick setting toggle animation, interpolator of that, and then list view animation, and the whole UI animation is there. Inside MISC we have this pulse settings. This is the lock screen pulse or something. As you can see, shows audio graphic equalizer on the lock screen. Then navbar pulse is there, ambient pulse is there. Then also we have the color mode and stuff like that for the pulses. Smart pixels gaming mode and stuff is there. Launch music app on headset connection is there if you want that feature. And wake up on charge, you can disable that. Charging animation, you can enable that. And here we have the ambient display brightness, and you can force the values of the ambient display brightness. Well, I did not have any issues with the ambient display brightness here, so that is why I'm not complaining about that. Here we have the USB configuration, and I have set it to file transfer so that whenever I connect my USB cable to the PC, it goes directly to the file manager. And as you can see, there is more like allow signature spoofing, time in state, etc. That's it for the customizations. Now let's talk about some basic things, the RAM management and app opening up speeds. Now let's open Chrome, Twitter, Play Store, YouTube, Instagram, Google Home. Right now let's open Spotify. Now let me open all these apps from memory again. And here, as you can see, all apps do stay in memory, so no issues with the app opening up speeds, or even the animations are pretty fine over here. Even in YouTube and stuff, as you can see, all the apps are in memory, so no issues here with the memory management, I would say. And you can switch to the split screen and stuff, of course, from here if you want to, and you can clear one app from here just like this. RAM management and app opening up speeds are pretty fine, no issues I have with that. And here is the AnTuTu and Geekbench score of this ROM. If you are worried about the wideband security, the DRM info shows as level 1 here, so you should not worry about like Netflix or Amazon Prime's 1080p here. And if you're someone who uses banking apps and worried about it in custom ROMs, I would say it passes the safety net test, so that means you can use banking apps like Google Pay or something like that right out of the box, and you should not worry about using banking apps in custom ROMs because I've been using it for years, never had any issues with that. So that's been it guys, that's the latest build of the EvolutionX ROM on the Redmi K20 Pro, working really well I would say, and I have had no issues with the stability of this EvolutionX, and I can pretty much say that this is my best daily driver, one of my favorite ROMs out there. So that's pretty much it guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet. Share this video with your friends if you want them to know about this latest EvolutionX ROM. This is Tito from KDN Tech signing off for today, and I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye bye now.